Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining to this talk, Transforming Pathology for a Better Tomorrow. My name is Jean-François Pomerol. I'm the co-founder and CEO of a company called Tribun, which is leading the digital pathology revolution. When we're talking about pathology, it has been quite a long time that more than 250 years that we have been studying cells and tissue under the microscope to diagnose and determine diseases, mainly cancer. And this works pretty well, but this traditional way of understanding cells is not able to cope with the current challenges of precision medicine. These challenges mainly increase in the number of cases due to population aging, shortage of pathologists and medical doctors everywhere, and also a better understanding of the biology, so what I call a greater complexity, which is a good news for the patient, but which, as a consequence, we must spend more time on every case to better understand the complexity of the tumor. So, as a result of this, everywhere we face increased delay to get a result, which is not acceptable as a patient. This leads to loss of opportunity, and of course it generates a lot of stress. We all have family, friends waiting for weeks to get a result on a biopsy, and it's a lot of stress also for the doctor, for the pathologist, because the workload is so heavy. So clearly, microscope is not the better tool that we have today to address, to tackle the challenges. And clearly, we can do much better, and we can go digital and AI. That's exactly what we are doing. So the vision we have is how can we ensure that every patient with a cancer get a proper informed diagnosis on time. So that's clearly our mission. That's the mission we had when we created the company, accelerate cancer diagnosis. And we do that by providing end-to-end digital pathology platform, which empowers the pathologist in their day-to-day task. And we may see a world where we can definitely cure cancer because we better understand it, we better diagnose, and we better treat. We do it with our own specific DNA, which is innovation and strong commitment to product excellence. So we've designed and developed a platform, end-to-end platform for the pathologist. Basically, it has three major functional components. One is case management and orchestration, ensures that we collect all images and send the case once ready to the proper pathologist, assign the case to the proper pathologist. The second module is advanced visualization with AI. So I have a very good viewer to pan, zoom in, zoom out within this huge image and get access to AI results so you can go faster. And the third module is a structured report based on large language model. So that's what we've done, and with such a platform we are able to empower pathologists, and we have demonstrated that we can save time, up to 30% of pathologist time, so which translated to 1 day per week, which is really significant because that's good for their well-being, or they can increase the number of cases they read every week. We have proof points that digital pathology increases the precision and the accuracy of the diagnosis because we implement a lot of quality control, so a lot of traceability, so we reduce the error rate, and also because we use AI to avoid the pathologist to spend time on tedious counting tasks like measuring the size of a biopsy or counting how many tumor cells you have per millimeter square of tissue. And of course, going digital is also a way to increase the attractivity for the job. I said we have a huge shortage, and recruiting young pathologists which can work remotely, part-time, just because they have access to digital tool and AI, that's something which is really powerful. We know also that pathology is only one piece of the puzzle when we are talking about cancer pathway and patient outcome. So pathology is one, but we must integrate other understanding, other finding, other insights from radiology and genomics. So if we want to have a 360 view of the patient, which is critical to make the promise of precision medicine a reality, so have a very informed decision on which treatment, which therapy we should use, then we must be part of a bigger play. And that's exactly where digital pathology comes in, because going digital enables and facilitates communication and sharing of data between the different disciplines and the multidisciplinary team. So that's exactly how we've built our solution. I told you we have 3 major functional components, but we have a very strong and powerful backend, which rely on being one part of the global enterprise imaging solution. So here you see where all the different clinical domain, but also the different imaging modality converge into one single place called VNA, for Vendor Neutral Archive, where we consolidate all the data around the patient. That's exactly what we've done with our product, which is truly full web and fully compliant with such an infrastructure. And if you organize your enterprise imaging that way, then you can facilitate tumor board discussion. You feed the electronic health record and the patient portal, and you enable easy telemedicine between practitioners. So that's exactly what we've done. And the good thing once you digitize your pathology department is that you have a lot of data which remain once the report is sent inside out and once the patient is treated. So, and if you structure this data in a proper way, if you standardize it, if you use interoperability framework like the one I was talking about, VNA, so implementing DICOM, for example, then you can aggregate this data with other data, and you have a very powerful data play here for building new AI algorithms, multimodal, which are more prognostic or predictive, but also to be able to use this data for clinical research. So make the data of the patient of today available for progress for the patient of tomorrow. So that's exactly what we are doing by feeding this huge VNA, so archive, but also data lakes that many of our healthcare institutions are building right now. So going digital is good for the lab, it's good for the patient, of course, but it's also good for the research and securing long-term the data of hospital and private healthcare organization. As a company, few words. We built Tribun Health back in 2016. We have been pretty successful so far. We have deployed our solution at major healthcare institutions in Europe, in Canada, in the US. We have been awarded best in class 3 years in a row, so we are very proud of that high customer satisfaction reward. And we have a strong commitment to innovation, because what we do has a lot of innovation, and we still invest a lot in the product towards AI, towards new modules, and a strong commitment also to partners, because we recognize that this is only one piece of the puzzle, and if we want to have the maximum of impact, we should be part of a broader ecosystem. As a summary, key takeaway about digital pathology. So clearly it's a way to enhance your lab efficiency and your workflow. We have demonstrated that we can save time and we can improve the well-being of pathologists. Clearly it's a powerful tool for enhancing, fostering communication and collaboration between teams within your organization and outside of the organization. It's the only way to implement a data play with pathology and to monetize this data for clinical research and AI. And of course, this is not only a clinical decision, but it's an enterprise decision. So it has to be part of your global IT infrastructure. And we are fully committed to do it, implementing DICOM and VNA protocol. Thank you very much. I'm open to any question and for further discussion.